Welcome back to Yahoo Finance Live. Let's head down to the New York Stock Exchange and check in with our very own Jared Blikre. Jared.
Yeah, I was just checking out the Wi-Fi Interactive, and we see the S&P 500 slightly in the green today, but just checking out the charts here, for the week-to-date price action, we're down about 1.2% in the Dow. In the NASDAQ, we are off, let's see, 0.64%, so about 2/3%. And in the S&P 500, we are down about 0.75%. And I just want to bring our attention to this 2-month chart that I've been tracking. We did get this little relief rally earlier in the week, but we are selling off right where short sellers would be expected to. So that's a negative price action right there that I'm looking at. Also want to take a look at the VIX because the VIX has been elevated recently. This is a 2-month chart. Let me put the candlesticks on here so we can see the spikes a little bit better. Here's that big spike that we got in January, and it looks like we're heading up again. Now, so far we haven't been able to rise above 30, so you could say that's a little bit of a positive development. But even if we go back and test the 2022 lows with some momentum, it doesn't mean that the VIX is going to eclipse these highs here. So what I'd be looking for as a buying signal, if we do get some downside price action, is a lower low on momentum that's quickly reversed to the upside. And we've seen that a number of times. The question is, how much farther down is that? We got to let the market tell us. And then conversely, if the market goes up to, let's say, 4,600 in the S&P 500, then I'm going to take that as a sign that we're progressing to all-time highs. So kind of still in this critical zone for the markets. Now, checking out the sector action today, we got financials, materials, and communication services in the lead. Those are all in the green here, but one sector that's not doing so well are these let me look for this. Chinese stocks. We're also tracking the ARK Innovation stocks as well, but Didi having a rough go of it. Chinese authorities looking into the ride-hailing companies over there, saying that they have to be a little bit more fair with their pricing. So you take a look at what Didi has done since its IPO date, down 70%. So the negative news out of China is still flowing here. And also want to check out those ARK components. Roku, just an absolute disaster. You check out what's happened over the last year. A lot of these stocks peaked 1 year ago. You can see Tesla's a standout, Intellia Therapeutics, but Invitae down 80%, Teladoc down 75%, Roku right there with it. A lot of these stocks just keep getting hammered. I want to end on the futures market because we've seen some positive action in a lot of these guys here. Let me get back to an intraday basis. Now, gold is particularly, I'm tracking gold today. This is a 1-year chart, and we can see that it's finally broken to the upside here. And in fact, if we put a 2-year chart on, it becomes even more clear what's happening. It broke through this negative trend line here and is marching upwards. So given the length of consolidation here, we're talking over 1 year, I would expect this move in gold to have some legs, guys.
Yeah, perfect time for our chat with Barrett Goldsteel, Mark Bristow. Jared, that's coming up in the next hour. All right, we'll check back with you soon.